Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
This week we've been talking about Abram's calling from God in Genesis 12, 1-3. The Lord wanted Abraham alone, separate, not just from the influences of his idolatrous city, but from the comfort zone of his family. Let me read you the verses again. Get out of your country, from your family and your father's house, to a land I will show you. I will make you a great nation. I will bless you and make your name great, and you shall be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse him who curses you. And in you all the families of the earth will be blessed. This one commandment and 7 promises make up what we call the Abrahamic covenant. This is only the beginning of several sets of promises. Abraham obeyed the commandment, so let's look at all the promises he would receive. First, the Lord would show him the land. God would guide him there and show him all that his family would inherit. That infers that God would be with him the whole time. Then the Lord promised, I will make you a great nation. Now, in order to become a great nation, he had to have descendants. And from what we know about Abram, his beautiful wife Sarai is barren. But this promise, this was Abram's chance. In that culture, having children was what made a man a man. Without children, he was nothing. His line stopped. It didn't matter how wealthy or powerful you were. No kids equals no future. But God's promise was bigger than just one son or even a good-sized family. He would make Abram a nation, a great nation. Later, God promised they'd be more than the stars in the sky. Talk about exceedingly abundantly more than we could ask or think. That's a future. This promise is long-term, generations long, millennia long. Abram wouldn't live to see it fulfilled. As Hebrews 11 says, by faith Abram obeyed when he was called out. By faith he dwelt in the land of promise, as in a foreign country, dwelling in tents with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. If I remember correctly, Jacob was about 5 years old when his grandfather Abraham died. These all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and were assured of them, embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on earth. The third and fourth promises that God gives Abraham are 2 sides of the same coin. He says, I will bless you and make your name great. God promised to bless him, not just provide for him, but make him overflow. It's kind of like God's promise in Luke 6:38, give and it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over will be poured into your lap. Stepping out in faith brings blessings. As we go through Genesis, we'll see God's blessings to this family. The other side of the coin, making his name great, is more about how he will be perceived by others. A person's name embodies who they are. As Proverbs 22:1 says, a good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, loving favor rather than silver and gold. If Abram had stayed in Haran, he would have been known as Terah's son, and that wouldn't be bad. But in this new land, Abram's name would be connected with his family's. His name would be connected to his God. Now that's the kind of reputation you want, right? We'll have to look at the rest of the promises tomorrow, but I was just thinking about how God's promises to us are similar to those he gave Abram here in Genesis 12. He calls us to follow him, and he promises to be with us and guide us, as he was with Abram, to guide him around the promised land. He doesn't necessarily promise us children, but he makes us his child, which means we have a huge family of Christian brothers and sisters around the world. He promises to bless us, and he connects our name with his, which gives us a good reputation. How has God blessed you since you've been following him? Perhaps today you could sit down and enumerate those blessings and thank Him for them.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.